Right, a little while ago I showed how I made an oil lamp out of a candlestick. I made one out of like a table lamp, and I made one out of a doorknob. And today I've got this lovely brass goblet which I'm going to turn into another one. And like I've said before, you can make oil lamps out of anything that has a container type shape. Like this goblet here, the container is sealed. All I have to do is make a top that fits in here with the screw adapter, so I can actually unscrew it to fill it up with the fuel, and have a wick on it and a lid to prevent the fuel from evaporating. And you can do that, like I say, with any container type shape. It's a great little project on the lathes. And this one here, the reason I chose this one here is that it's a nice heavy goblet. It's got like a hammered finish on it. I wish there was two of them. I found this one in my local charity shop. There's only the one, so I shall make a singular oil lamp out of this one on the Chinese Mini Lathe. Right, I've got this brass bar end which I'm going to make the top out for the goblet, and the only way I can actually turn this, I've put the faced off end in against the jaws. I can't use the outer ones because they won't tighten down onto the diameter, so I've set them so that I'm going to turn inside this jaw here. So I've swiveled my tool post round and I've set a stop so that I won't actually go into the jaws. Plus I've also drawn a line around the goblet so I know roughly where I'm going to go to. So I've used my long threaded stop here so that I won't clash with the jaws here, and I bring that one up first and I turn the spindle by hand with the carriage stop, or the carriage right up against the stop, so I know that nothing's going to clash when I start up. And when you're doing setups like this, it's really worth checking before you start up, always by turning the spindle like this. And I'm going to leave it at that for now, just roughed out. It's still tight, but that's how I want it. So now I'm going to center drill and then drill for a core diameter for a 1/4 inch BSP thread. And I use a squirt of paraffin just for a bit of lubricant. And I'll finish that one off in the vise. So now I've put the other jaws back up on the chuck, and I'm going to use this simple mandrel made from just a piece of steel with, it has a 1/8 BSP union or pipe fitting this end, and a 1/4 inch BSP one this end, and I use it for holding both those threads. So it's a simple mandrel, easy to make up, and if you make one you'll find that you use it a lot on anything with the BSP threads. So now I can screw that one onto that mandrel. And turn the other diameter down to the other diameter that I turned earlier. Once it's screwed onto the mandrel, you can push the finished face of the other end up against the jaw face, because the diameter that I'm going to turn it to is greater than the first step on the jaws, so I won't actually hit that first step. And now I can face off this end and turn this diameter down. Next I put my compound slide back on. And I've taken a rough measurement of the angle on the goblet, and I'm going to put that measurement or that angle on the compound. And it's nearly there. I want the face, or this side here, to be below the surface of the top of the goblet there. So there's a little bit of a lip around the surface there. You'll see what I mean at the end, but it's just to catch any fuel when you're actually filling the candle or the lamp up. So a few more turns on that and it should be okay. and that looks perfect. And I'm putting enough Loctite 638 on all the way round so that it seals the top and the fuel won't be able to evaporate or leak. I put the top part on the mandrel so it's easier to handle, and fill the grooves with Loctite 638 all the way around, and then I know that it's going to be sealed as soon as that's set. So now I push that one in the top and make sure that it's upright. And you can actually leave the mandrel screwed into that one with a Doughty seal and suck on this end to see that there's no leaks or any air that can be drawn into it, which would prove that there's no leaks. If you can't actually draw the air through, it's sealed perfectly. So just put a Doughty seal on the end there like that, screw it up so that it seals, and then if I suck on this end here, I can tell immediately whether there's going to be a leak or not. and I can tell that that one's sealed perfectly. So now I can remove the mandrel and put that away and make the top part.